Good morning, everyone, and welcome to my presentation for today. I've entitled it, Why You Still Feel Tired Even When You're Doing Everything Right. My name is Lorraine Lawson. I'm a qualified running coach. I'm a professional speaker, and I'm the author of 3 books. You will get access to this slide deck I'm using, so you can use that to follow along rather than having to take any notes. And at the end, there is also a freebie as well as a VIP offer for those who have signed up to the All Access Pass. If you're someone that wakes up in the morning, jump out of bed, put on your running shoes, do a workout, you're always ready, the lunch is packed, things go really good. You've got a good diet, you're tracking everything you're doing, and you're getting enough water, all of those sorts of things. But in the afternoon, you hit that slump and you go, why is this not working? I'm putting in my best effort and I am doing everything right. That's what we're going to explore in the session today. We're going to do a deep dive into the source material that completely reframes that problem of I'm doing everything right, yet I can't see the results. So I'm going to flip it on its head and remove that layer of guilt that we walk around with to try and explain our fatigue. The goal for today is to map out that hidden gap between the massive physical effort you're exerting and the lack of energy you actually get out of it. Our problem is not a lack of motivation. That we've got plenty of. What we do need to identify are the crucial biological signals your body's desperately waiting for. Okay, so let's unpack this a bit, because your immediate reaction is probably, wait, she's going to tell me to try harder. That's the usual go-to advice. The fitness industry, the hustle culture we live in, it's all pushing you to go past your limits. There's always another challenge on the horizon. And if you're tired, you just need to get your thinking right and you'll be fine. Your body does not run on that motivation. It runs on signals. What's fascinating here is that that motivation you have will get you to the gym, will get you outside for your run, but the energy production is hardwired in our genes. It's got nothing to do with motivation. It doesn't care if you've got any willpower. To illustrate this, I'm going to use my favorite analogy about an orchestra that's out of sync. So imagine a grand concert hall filled with 100 world-class musicians. Every single one is absolutely the master of their specific instrument. They've practiced for decades, and in this scenario, those elite musicians represent the individual systems in our own body. The cardiovascular system, the digestive tract, the endocrine system, that's your hormones. If you isolate your cardiovascular system, it may be very strong because of all of those morning runs you're doing. Your digestive system might be functioning beautifully because you're eating nice leafy greens and your diet is on track. But you stick all of those musicians in a room together and tell them, start. It's just noise. The percussion section is playing a frantic march because your heart rate's elevated, while the string section is playing slow lullaby because your endocrine system is trying to slow down and wind down for the day. Some are playing too fast, some are playing too slow. The effort is absolutely there, but the systemic harmony is entirely missing. So wait. If you are exhausted despite doing everything right, it's not a moral failing or a lack of willpower. Your bodily musicians are just playing this chaotic noise because nobody's leading them. That's the exact biological reality. The conductor in this story represents the signals we deliberately send to our bodies without those clear, timely signals telling your system when it's time to speed up, when it's time to slow down, when it's time to pause for maintenance. Your energy dips and your recovery plummets. So it literally doesn't matter how hard you train. If your body's waiting for those chronobiological instructions, chrono has to do with light, bio to do with the living body. Your body's waiting for those chronobiological instructions, but it's not getting it. Your effort is wasted without the right signals. Here's where it gets really interesting. If we need a conductor, we need to know what those signals actually look like. And there is one primary signal that overrides everything else, the master key. It's the start button for your day. And yes, I already said it, it's light. The light becomes an ultimate biological metronome. It's going to dictate the rhythm of the entire orchestra. Now, you may want to push back a bit on this. You may say, no, light is not going to fix everything. It just sounds a bit woo-woo information that's not founded in science, but it is. The light is actually doing something chemical and neurological. So right at the base of your brain, there's a tiny region. The proper name is the suprachiasmatic nucleus. So I just go by the abbreviation SCN. That's your master clock. It's in your brain. This master clock cannot just guess what to do next. It needs to be primed. So our eyes are the sensors that will pick up the light that will then be sent to the SCN, that will then send signals throughout the body to pretty much every single cell to turn on and reset all the other clocks in your body. Temperature, there's many of them. I'm going to give you a specific protocol in terms of using your eyes and light. The light in your kitchen in the morning is not sufficient to turn on that master clock of yours. You're not really turning it on. It's already on. You're resetting it for the day. Your circadian rhythm runs on a 24-hour clock, and it needs a reset every day in the morning. Unless you have installed broad spectrum lights within your house, then the lighting in your house is not going to be sufficient for this. What you do need is for sunlight to fall on your retina within 30 minutes of waking up. You have to go outside for a few minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, to get that light. You can't wear sunglasses or prescription glasses because those lenses will bend the light and you're not going to get the full spectrum of the light that you want, the natural sunlight you want. Can you get outside in the morning while you're waiting for your coffee to brew, while you're watching your cat eat its breakfast, whatever, hang out the washing, I don't know. Do something outside for a few minutes in the morning to get that bright sunlight to reset your body clock. If you're in an area where you can't access any sunlight, you can use a SAD lamp. Stands for Seasonal Affected Disorder, and it's used by people in areas that it's very dark and they can't access natural sunlight. The next thing I want to talk to you about is rhythm and timing. Your body loves rhythm. It follows patterns in terms of your wake up time. Yes, get outside for 5 or 10 minutes in the morning to get some sunlight, but waking up at the same time every day is something your body really craves. Forget sleeping in on weekends. Pick a time and wake up the same time every day. You'll see a marked difference in your energy levels if you start doing that. The other one's your meals. Pick the times you're going to have your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I normally have my dinner before the sun sets. That took me a long time to get into that rhythm, but it really works well for me now. And the other one for rhythm is when you do your exercise. Your body doesn't like to be exercising in the middle of the night. It's doing other stuff then. Okay? So with rhythm, decide when are the best times. So that now brings in the timing as well. Because I might be doing everything right, but if I'm doing it at the wrong time, the body can't handle that. Can't handle exercise at 9 o'clock at night when it's trying to get into a recovery phase, a sleep phase where the body is trying to regenerate. You can't wake it up with a midnight snack and the whole system is thrown out saying, oh, now the digestive system needs to wake up, make enzymes to digest foods. The bacteria in my gut has all got to wake up as well and do their thing. It's very disruptive. And it doesn't work. Get your timing right and get your morning sun. Then sleep is another one that you can focus on. I break that down into 3 distinct parts. First one I call your digital sunset. That's where you get away from technology to remove the blue light. So blue light's good in the morning when you're trying to wake up. It stimulates cortisol to be released and it gets you going for the day. But blue light at night is still stimulating the wrong thing. It's telling you to stay awake. Where at night you want the more orange red light, which is why the sunset and candles and things are so pleasant at night, because that is actually the spectrum of the light that your body is looking for in order for melatonin to be released, which is the one that's going to make you sleep. Get away from the digital devices at night. If you can't do that, at least wear good quality blue blocking glasses. I've got some that can clip onto my reading glasses. The next thing is to have a candle hour. I sort of say spend some time developing a bit of a ritual at night. What are you going to do that hour or half an hour before you're actually going to sleep? Decide what are those things that are going to make my body nice and calm. Some people will have a bath, some people will read a book or write in their journal. Pick something relaxing that's going to ease you into your sleep. And then the third thing is to, over a period of time, this has taken me years to do, I'm still busy working on it, develop a sleep cave. Now, a cave, literally, you're looking for something that's pitch black, quiet, and no stimulation. No little blinking lights or notifications going off on your phone, all those sorts of things. Spend time setting up a bedroom that is dark. It needs to be nice and cool as well. Your body needs to, temperature drops, so you want the room to be cool. And those things will set you up for a good night's sleep, which means you can wake up at your regular time every day. To wrap up, the message is that you don't need more effort, but you do need alignment. What is a small signal I can change tomorrow to start implementing my correct rhythms, my timing, and reset my circadian clock? The freebie I've got for you is a copy of my How to Run Easy ebook. Even if you are already a runner, this is a very handy guide to remind you of good body alignment. There's some amazing images to support you with that in the book, as well as getting your breathing right. Something that I had to relearn when I started running. Even if you only have a look at the first 3 chapters, what I call week 1, week 2, week 3 of that book, you're bound to find useful information. When you claim the How to Run Easy ebook as your freebie, you will be on my email list and receive an invitation to my community. And within that community group, you will have access to many other resources that I have available free of charge. If you also sign up for the All Access Pass, within that community, you will have access to my masterclasses. I run those once a month on the 3rd Friday. Well, it's the 3rd Friday for me because I'm in Australia. You need to check your time zone because it may actually be a Thursday afternoon for you when I'm running that session. The first masterclass in June relates to what we are doing for this summit. But you'll also have access to another 2 masterclasses. The one in July is about resetting your body clock. And the one in August is suggestions on how to implement the candle hour. There are many more, but you'll have access to those 3 free of charge as an All Access Pass member for this summit. You'll get access also to the emails I send out about the development of my most current project, where I am writing a book called Dancing in the Sunlight, how the human body uses natural energy, in this case sunlight, for health, vitality, longevity. Very interesting things I've discovered while writing this book. So I'm happy to share that with you. Thanks for joining me today, and I hope to catch up with you again soon.